Word. Nah, what's up? What's good?
What up?
We back. I told you we be back. It is your boy G to the I to the O.
That's me.
And I am your boy B Soul right here.
You know, to some people, where neither of us are their boys. You ever thought about that?
Sure.
Some people don't like it.
Fuck them guys. If you don't like me, fuck you.
And if you wear a thumb ring, you're a fucking weirdo. Who wears a ring on their thumb?
I know a couple people who wear thumb rings.
And they're weird, aren't they?
They are very.
Yes.
I won't say weird.
Exactly.
I'll say eccentric.
Called it.
I'll say
Called
eccentric. I don't want to call
it.
Listen, weirdos are weirdos.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Everybody has their own strange thing.
Does somebody got a thumb ring on in here? Is that why you said that?
No.
I want to start talking some shit and then get offended. I'll offend people out there. I don't want to offend people.
That's the funny thing is because that was my status online today, just randomly.
What, people with thumb rings?
Yeah, I said if you wear a thumb ring, you're a weirdo.
Does that matter, guy or girl?
No, regardless.
Either way.
Yeah, regardless. And the funny thing is, the first comment was like, "Yo, who you talking about?" And I was like, "You wear a thumb ring."
Absolutely.
And then the second person was a girl. She liked the status, and she was like, "Damn, I wear one."
Got it. Weirdo.
Weirdo.
How do you feel about toe rings?
I mean, if you're a girl, it's fine. If you're a guy, you're probably.
What if you wear a toe ring on your big toe as a girl? Then that'd be fucking.
Girls shouldn't have big toes, but we'll get into that next.
So girls should have 4 toes. No big toe.
Anyways, speaking of weirdos, we got a guest this week. So, tell the people.
I'm sorry.
Let the people know who you are, because I didn't tell them.
Okay.
They just heard 2 bangers.
Okay.
Turn them up, please.
Alright.
And thank you. So they just heard 2 bangers.
For sure.
They don't know who the artist is or where those songs came from. So inform the people of all of that.
Alright, my artist name is C.A.m.
What up, C.A.m?
For sure. I come out of Birmingham, Alabama. I currently reside in the DMV area. These songs came from Pure Spirit and maybe a bunch of them. But hey.
I meant more of the tape.
Oh, actually, the tape was like.
The shit came from years of struggle, son. The shit came from fucking mental abuse. Like, what's the name of the tape, though?
Oh, the name of the tape is Where To Now. If you are a resident of Alabama, a lot of times we'll say things like no or not and little stuff like that, but pretty much it's like where to now, what's the next destination. So I figured a quick EP would be good. I'm gearing up for my next album.
Do you feel like your vernacular or your twang is an identity? It brings where you're from with you.
For sure. It definitely brings where I'm from with me. I wouldn't say it was like something that, I think it's more natural. So,
you ever had a job?
Yeah.
Like Best Buy or some shit?
Nah, I worked at Wawa for 2 years.
Hey, shout out Wawa.
But Wawa, I don't feel like you have to be like, yes sir, how are you?
True, but you kind of got it.
We still work with the
You water it down a little bit.
Yeah, I can't give them the full.
Because they're like, oh, can I have this and that? Like, hey, yo, you say no? They're like, wait, what?
Right.
Excuse me?
It been plenty of times so it's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You're like, oh, sorry.
I apologize. For my wild vernacular.
Exactly.
I apologize for the tone.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know how to switch in and out of.
It's funny, we have where I work at, we have whenever the big heads come around, the older whites.
Yeah.
And I have a couple cool ass managers, and anytime they have a meeting, every time they come out, I was like, what'd they tell you? Suppress your blackness? Yeah, I know it.
Every time.
They were like, yo, you gotta chill. You're having too much fun with the employee.
Well, you know, I got a full diction. Pause.
Yeah.
So I can.
As long as you don't got a tickle in your throat.
Okay.
Shit wasn't funny, huh?
I mean, it's all good. Like I'm a man, and I have no problems. You know what I mean? Like I'm good. You know what I mean?
He'll tell you suck a dick and not say
In a
no homo
heartbeat.
because you're sucking dick, not me.
No, for sure.
Like,
But yo, I can articulate myself pretty well, so I can listen.
Well, the reason why I had mentioned that is because I think a lot of times people from the South, when they come up more north, and I always have to remind myself, being from Northern Virginia, that still, no matter, even though I'm from Northern Virginia,
Right.
people still view me as Southern.
You are Southern.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm below the Mason-Dixon.
You are Southern.
It depends.
But to them,
Yeah,
to the South, I'm not Southern.
Well, I mean,
But that's because
that.
they from the South.
They're from the South.
But the North is like, nah, you was Confederate.
so
That's
like-
a different type of South
Yeah.
down there, though.
But what I was gonna say is that when people from more southern states than Virginia come up, especially to Northern Virginia, this area, DC is very government, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I feel like a lot of times the southern drawl, it makes people assume that you're less intelligent.
for sure.
Did you ever?
That's an extreme plight. First of all,
I mean, it's gotta be. 'Cause that's
My
some
youth- my
ignorant
youth-
shit to think. Like,
my youth and my tone of voice and how I come across is are kind of been my plight this whole time.
Mhm.
I get here and pretty much just off the way I speak, they think that I'm less intelligent
Or you're
or I don't know
slow or
what's
some
going
shit.
on. But I find the advantages in that because if you just play stupid,
Oh yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
talk about it. Yo,
I play the game to win. You know what I mean?
I wish this was true for me, but how I look, people automatically assume that I speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish at all.
Not-
I wish I did. And people always like, you're lying. Like, I wish I was lying. Because it should would have been way more lucrative for me.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
But
Absolutely.
if I did speak Spanish and I played dumb and just let
Just
people
listen.
talk shit,
Yeah.
like,
That's the position I always. Like, I
wish.
can't. I mean, I've been with a Spanish chick for 20 years and still don't speak no
Yeah.
damn Spanish.
so
Jesus.
that's
Goddamn shit.
yeah. So the way my interviews go, so one thing leads to another.
Yeah, for sure.
So that southern draw, people thinking that you're less intelligent or whatever, right?
For sure.
I should say, me and B Soul get so many submissions for of music, and it's from one extreme to the next of the worst shit you've ever heard in your life and the most unprofessionally packaged shit.
Sure.
Like my man one time got a fucking CD handed to him in a birthday card envelope with his name written in crown on the CD.
In what?
Crown. And then he was
Hold
like,
on, time out. In what?
He wrote on it with a crown.
With a crown.
Yeah. Are we confused?
I mean,
You wear a crown?
yeah, you wear it on your fucking head.
Why would you wear a crown on your head? First of all, how's a crown gonna
Because
fit? on
what
your
does a
head?
king wear?
A crown.
Thank you.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about one that you write with.
I mean, that's not the way the word is fucking pronounced.
I mean,
That's fine. I mean,
unless
I was confused for a second.
Unless you're referring to the brand of crown, and you're
Which
talking
is
about
crayon?
Yeah, that's a brand. That's
But
not
it's
what,
pronounced crown.
No, it's
No,
pronounced.
I'm saying
crayon.
the thing
Yeah,
inside,
you-
the wax that you write
Yeah.
with is pronounced crown.
Yeah.
Who told you that?
You can write with
Who told you
a
that?
crayon crown.
Fact check.
Why?
I just thought I
So this is Kleenex, or is this
No,
a tip?
no.
Okay, exactly. Oh, my bad.
What does that mean?
My
My
bad.
bad. That doesn't mean that a product can't be named
Anyways,
within
you're taking away from the guest. You're taking away. Sorry, I was making a point. Anyways,
That's as weird as having a thumb.
from that to industry level artists that have industry backing and everything's professionally packaged and whatever. Right?
Sure.
So I was going through my DMs. And
Shout out to his DMs.
Man,
it's a little backlog.
Off the chain, you know what I mean?
big shout out to
Yeah.
you. D.
Yeah, I had a little backlog. And I seen there was a DM from you from weeks prior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you were like, yo, I just dropped my tape. It's free. Check it out. I think you would really enjoy it.
Correct.
And before you showed up, I'm being completely transparent. I told Saul, I was like, he told me, I think you would enjoy it. That immediately turned me off. I didn't want to listen to it. because
Who am I to tell you what you
No.
enjoy?
No.
That's part of it.
Yeah,
That's part of
yeah.
it. But
It has nothing to do with you personally.
No,
For sure.
It's just, do you know how many people, yo, my shit
know, right?
different. This shit
I know.
the most hardest shit you ever. And I listen, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
God, this shit garbage.
it's just
But then
something
also too, I was like, I don't know like that. How you gonna tell me? So, long story short, I listened to it and I was like, I was taken aback. I was like, wow, this shit's hard. Did you see? I knew that bar.
Yeah.
That shit tells me I really listened to it.
I need to know. I was like, oh, he heard this.
Yeah, my homies Pro Tools. They ain't putting them guns down.
Nah.
Come on. But so what really initially off break to me, the production, the beats are fire.
Appreciate it.
Where did those come from?
I have a homie of mine who we met recently, and he pretty much, I run the studio. So I run the studio in Southern Maryland, and I normally have clients coming in back and forth. So I end up getting introduced to this one guy who's named Two. You know what I'm saying? We talk here and there, and I had dropped the EP.
His name's Two, like the number?
Two. Like
Two.
T-U, you know how people.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, whatever. It's like TU question mark underscore. Like,
it means fly guy.
Nah, it's like you gotta question if it's under the score. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, he like the coolest dude ever. So pretty much he heard my EP that I dropped earlier this year was Lost Song EP, and he was like, dude, I've been sitting on beats for like 10, 15 years and nobody's touched it. He said I ain't gave it to nobody. He said, but you the type of dude that need to have these beats. So he gave me like a 4-pack one night, right? I was like, alright, I'm gonna get to it. I record, mix, master myself. So fire.
Shout out to those who
write, record,
do
mix, whole nine.
Yeah.
So pretty much he sent it to me and I was like, I heard the beats and I was like, what?
How nobody fucking with these?
Nobody touching this?
Right.
I'm like, cause I started sitting there like.
I mean, I will say one thing. Some of those samples will be hard to clear. But on an EP, you ain't gotta do that.
You gotta buy it.
Which is why you gotta finesse the system. However you gotta finesse the system. I was already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Plus it's like samples in samples.
And that should go with your life, not just music.
Oh, yeah,
finesse the system.
That's the only way
However you
can.
Mm.
But yeah, so pretty much.
So instantly you have a natural.
Yeah, no, I heard it. As soon as I heard the beats, I was like, I'm gonna take some time with this. I think I spent like a week put it together, and I'm
gonna take some time. I'm gonna take a week.
For sure. Well, sometimes I take my time, but for the most part, I just work quick.
Yeah, taking your time is a week, and you come up with what we just heard.
Yeah, it's comfortable. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, so like I'm just naturally in the flow of things. I got my own flow, how I write,
also
and everything.
He's in the position that we were once in. You know what I mean? You got the studio at the, you know what I mean, right there, accessible, available.
Mm-hmm.
When that opportunity is there, man, like I used to, you know, I'd wake up 3 o'clock in the morning with a idea in my head and be able to go right to the, you know what I mean? So when you have all of that, you know what I mean, it's just constant. You're able to just constantly work easily.
Especially if you're in the zone and like you already coming out. Like I had already pretty much recorded 115 records before I even touched this EP. So by the time I touched this EP, it was like, give me a week, I got you.
He was in mode.
And I
was
was
in
there.
work mode, in go mode.
I was there.
115. Where are those tracks at?
Sitting in my phone.
So you have been doing it for as long as you have.
Correct.
Now you feel like you finally tapped into your full potential as far as an artist. Like you know a formula, like you got it down.
Yeah, for sure. I for sure pretty much got the formula down pat. I don't know if I've like reached my potential yet, but I know for a fact that like I put in enough work to somebody would consider $10,000. So I'm pretty confident.
Oh, you believe in that theory? Master
I mean, you gotta work.
$10,000.
I mean, you gotta work. A man who don't work, don't eat. A man who don't work, don't eat. So
definitely true.
I'm just in that whole mindset of like, I'm gonna make it happen regardless, even if it's people that know me.
So when I explained what I heard from this EP to B Soul, who is listening to it for the first time, and it's not his fault. I didn't share it with him.
No, that's cool.
So he's hearing it for the first time.
Reaction.
Yeah, and so I told him before we started the show, everything I told you, like about the DMs and not listening to it right away and all that, and then finally listening to it, I told him the vibe that I got, and this is strictly off of this EP solely. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know nothing outside of this EP, But the vibe that I got was, I told him, I was like, this shit reminds me of like very early on Outkast mixed with Kanye, because you have that southern drawl, but like it's a coolness, a confidence within that southern. Like, I'm southern and I know how I sound, but I'm gonna show you how intellectual I am within that sound. Correct. Like a young Andre, like a young Big Boy. But then sometimes with your bars and in certain bars within the inflection in them, you give off that rebel Kanye and his just brashness of this is what it is, and that like I'm like, especially with the heavily sampled beats. Sounds like somebody wants to talk to you. Where's the thing? What's good, caller? You are live on this, that, and the third. State your name, where you from? Okay, dope. We will be back in 5 with that. Give us an update in about 30. Oh, thank you. If that's true, it's getting wild.
It is getting literally.
It's getting crazy.
Literally.
Hey, blip, blip, blip. Thank you. We love you. Keep us updated. You are our news.
Okay.
So aside from all the animals in zoo, like aside from all the riots and all the animals, but bruh, can you imagine all the riots and
listen,
like in every city they just start letting?
But listen,
I would love it.
If there's lions, tigers, and bears just roaming the streets, dog, it's bro. This is gonna get crazy.
Imagine if they let them loose and then like they tame, like the protesters tame.
Bruh, that shit immediately while she was saying it immediately in my head, Planet of the Apes popped up. Like when the smart apes freed the other ones from the zoos, and they was like, yo, the other ones didn't know how to talk, but they was like, link up, we out of here.
Like, we about to go follow us.
Shit.
We ain't wasting no time.
So, sorry.
Are you good?
Yeah, so how do you feel about how inaccurate or accurate that my initial...
I've received like a heavy amount of those type of statements. I either get that or like a creative.
I wasn't trying to say you're not original.
No, it's cool. Now I understand that like when people don't realize necessarily what something is, you have to kind of contextualize it the best way that you can in order to like relate it. Because one, I understand it. I'm new, so nobody's heard none of this.
You know how many people told me I sound like Big Pun?
Zero.
You heard that. Yo, one person told me I sound like Big Pun, the other person told me I sound like Common. I was like, what? I was like, alright. I mean,
I had some comparisons that I was like,
yeah, they're like, yo, you sound like 6ix9ine.
Man, I definitely hit a Rakim verse one time.
But, so I said that to say this, are you one of the artists that only listen to you? To try and not cross-contaminate anything?
I have moments where like I only listen to myself in order to just get the closest that I can to, because I like to do different things and I like to change up my creative style.
Meditate, be the one with it. Come on.
All that.
Come on.
All that. So when I'm in that mode, I'll kind of single myself out and pick through, and I just do a lot of editing and going back and critiquing, just make sure that I'm on my toes at all times. But I listen to music heavy.
Do you ever take spiritual trips? Like, you know what? I feel like...
Well, not really spiritual trips necessarily.
Not like I mean, so... there's this place...
Let me explain.
You gonna send me on a mission trip to Africa?
No. So, like...
No retreats or
there's this place that I know, like, that when it gets to the breaking point where I feel overwhelmed within my mind or whatever, there's this place that I go, this certain lake, and this certain spot where I know I can sit there and be unbothered and just listen to the wind type shit.
Well, I mean, I'm in that case.
But that's the native side.
Nah, I'm like that when I go back home. Like when I'm back in Alabama,
I can see that.
I have like spots and
comfortable as
like,
fuck.
I mean, I be on my back porch just like I close my eyes and be like, look, we just gonna tune out everybody around here because it's enough craziness going on, and you gotta maintain some type of peace, some type of peace, especially with all this that's going on, because people love to take it psychology.
Well, I mean, on top of that, I mean, Alabama is one of the most notorious racist fucking states in America.
I feel that, but at the same time, like
I'm saying by numbers.
Oh yeah, by numbers.
Fucking them killing.
For sure. Well, we kind of used to that where I come from, so like
goddamn shame.
Segregation is
the
like,
fact that he had to say we used that.
No, and
I know that sounds crazy.
Easily it just came out. Like, yeah, well, we used to that.
We used to that kind of mess.
No big deal.
I know.
What? No.
And I know it sounds crazy. It sounds
crazy.
like no, it ain't cool at all. And I know it sounds like come off as like we desensitized, but in all honesty, it's like we just know what's going on. And when you're aware of what's going on in your surroundings, you'll never be surprised. So you don't have to worry about somebody blindsiding you, because you know when you went over there that was gonna be the consequences, because you know how they get down. Just same way they know how they get down over here. They know that when we in our territory and our like leave us alone, and we just kind of move like that. Like you stay over there, I stay over here. When we come together, we come together as peaceful as possible. Somebody be in the wrong territory, oops. But I ain't gonna lie, part of me, like, at being there for so long, I rather appreciate that directness.
Okay.
Cause something about
we hate you.
That's fine.
Yeah, no,
at least I don't gotta guess.
I mean,
right,
I can
hear white people will smile in your face.
If you're gonna be racist,
just right over here.
Be racist.
Like, cuz, you don't fuck with me,
Hey, don't come over here. I'm not going over here.
Yeah, right. You ain't gonna tell me twice, I'm good.
No, you're fine. Come over here.
Nah.
Come get him.
Nah, right. Say too many moves. So.
Random question. Whatever happened to Rich Boy?
Rich Boy, I think still active. I think he's still like, but you know how the industry is. Once you get to a certain point, you hit that ceiling and they not moving, the industry moves fast.
Joint.
Yeah, but sometimes all you need is one. Sometimes all you need is one.
So he's still cooking there.
And then like you just need enough to like sustain yourself. Like you need a fan base to like sustain you, and that's only like a certain amount of people that you.
So he's still popping.
Within his demographic.
Okay.
I mean, that's all you need sometimes. That's all somebody needs sometimes.
Man, what? Especially because everybody can't handle that heaviness of 1,000 people in your.
Well, I would say this might be my northern ignorance, but from what he said, it's pretty desolate there. There's not a lot of opportunity. Is that why you made your way here, or was it a lot?
Well, unfortunately, I believe there is opportunity there, but it's kind of like if you catch it at that perfect time, at that perfect place, it ain't the same amount of resources, and it's a lot of amazing.
Here, if something fuck up here, you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do this then.
Well, like it's 1 million of amazing artists in Alabama, and we pretty much have to kind of go other places, venture out to kind of spread our wings a little bit. I came here off necessity, so it was a little bit different.
Well, that's what I meant too. Not even no music shit. I meant as a person.
Oh,
like work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not doing this, then I don't know what you're doing. Like it's kind of.
I mean, certain states.
It's like if you're in West Virginia, you're a coal miner or you're fucked.
I mean, that's like
right. You know what I'm saying?
Like factories or that's it.
Yeah, just like I come from, you either work at a plant or like
that's what I meant.
Like you go to the military or
an industrial state.
But and that's what's so fucked up.
Or agriculture.
That's what's so fucked up about the military is that's where they'll target. They're coming swoop up like, damn, yo, you know your life's some shit, right?
Yeah.
They come with us, I'll give you a fucking Dodge Charger. And they're like, bet. Now you in Iraq. Like, you're like, shit, I should have stayed in Alabama.
Because you got to think about it. Where I come from, a Dodge Charger is all you want from me. You get your Dodge
got a Charger?
You pull up in that. Is he in a Charger?
He got the things on.
Supercharged?
How many Bin Ladens he killed over that bitch? God damn.
So, man,
and then he threw some D's on that bitch? Oh shit, Rich Boy selling crack.
You ain't lying. That's how it be, man. So that catches a lot of us on like the downside, and pretty much when it's always the moment where you're like, man, I'm about to give up, and they be like, go to the military.
I mean, Birmingham.
Well, also
that's a big city too, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a huge city.
There's
I was
a
gonna
lot
say
of military out there.
Yeah.
They'll do the thing too, where you doing dirt and they catch you and they're like, all right, you can either go to prison.
Because I know what I know. There are good. You can get through the military and do good. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of benefit and positive in the military.
I mean, what does do good?
I mean,
You can make a living for
I
yourself.
have family members who are chilling.
Yeah, no, but
I've never seen any combat.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you can finish it.
But just because you didn't see combat doesn't mean what you're doing doesn't give intelligence to the people in combat to kill people.
Sure, you're right. But if we're in combat, I want to be the winner.
No, but
I want guys like that on my side.
what I'm saying is there's no way you're in the military and innocent.
Nah, of course. Well,
yeah.
sure. You're gonna have blood on your hands. You're gonna have you have blood on your hands one way or the other. But again, you have to understand, war is different.
Bro, so
unless you out there murking the women and children and shit like that, that's different. But if you out there doing what your duties are, your duties that you sworn to,
And they kind of own you.
you know what I'm saying?
Not kind of.
I mean, that doesn't matter. They own you either way. You can be the military or not, they still own you.
Yeah, but it's
You got a social security number, they own you.
It's a
You got a birth certificate, they own you.
No, you're right. I agree with you, but it's a tad bit different when you're in the military.
Sure, I mean,
because you could say
I wouldn't doubt that they implant motherfuckers and shit like that. I wouldn't doubt that.
I mean, I'm a Native American and go to powwows, and I'm so conflicted when they start the ceremony, the grand entry, when all the tribes come in. They lead it with a fucking American flag and with soldiers and shit. I'm like, that shit doesn't sit well with me, bruh.
Again, you can't, and I can't. I might be speaking out of whatever you want to call it because I'm not Native American. I don't go to powwows. I don't understand the culture to a ninth degree. But
you understand the history.
But yeah, absolutely. But again, not all United States of America, granted, was the way the shit was all conjured and everything else. That's one thing. But once you get to a point, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we are what we are. We are stuck where we're stuck. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what would make them say we're gonna take this and represent it as ours by coming in. You know what I'm saying? Especially the beginning ceremony. Mm-hmm. But again, man, here we are a couple hundred years later.
It's
now,
more of
I'm American.
It's more of memorializing, like you said. You can be in the military, but you're still an individual. Mm-hmm. So even though you're Native, I'm memorializing you as a person. Like my grandfather died. You know what I'm saying? So I want to live on type shit. But it's to the point where they did it so well that they came through, took your shit, murked all your peoples, fucked your bitch, then put their uniform on you and made you fight with them, or not with them, for them, because they pushing you out first.
You go ahead.
And I'm glad you understand that, because most people don't really understand like how the depths of the psychology of how deep this really goes, and the barriers of information that like exist between us who know and those who don't.
Sure.
I'm gonna make your life such a living hell that you fighting for your enemy seems better than you living.
Yeah, man.
That's insane.
That's cold.
That is pretty.
That's the same as a fucking pimp smacking a bitch, telling her go sell her pussy, and then bring me that money. That's my money.
Bring me all that.
Here's the thing. Here's the kicker. I'm also gonna take care of you. Like you're my child.
No, you're fine. You're protected by. I'll protect you.
You know what though? What's really crazy about it is that they still implement those practices to this day. To this day. The psychological warfare, the like you said, fighting for your enemy is better than living on your own.
Like within your land, how it is now.
It's very, very crazy. I mean, they still go, certain areas they'll come out, murk the man of the tribe of the. I don't want to say tribe because no, I don't want to say tribe. Community, sure. I had another word in mind. Anyway, murk the man, bomb. Now, if y'all don't do this, you're getting it too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's similar to, to really dumb it all the way down. I saw a video where this mom, she had a baby in a high chair that was super picky, would not eat anything that she tried to feed the baby. So what she did is got a baby doll, like a stuffed baby doll.
Oh, I see.
That looks exactly like the baby.
I see.
And offered that food to the baby doll and made the baby shake their head no. And she took the spoon away and started punching the baby, and then threw the baby. And this is the fake
doll.
Yeah, sure. And then threw it away. And then as soon as she put that fucking spoon to the baby ate that shit immediately. I was like, nope, not me.
Psychological warfare.
It's that simple, bruh. Oh, you gonna stand up as a black man? Bang!
Well,
now how about you? You gonna die with him?
So what happens when you take away that fear? Because my thing is, well, here's one of two things. You also get the opportunity to mold a brain from birth. And on top of, you get to tame the ones who have noticed that, oh, we in a tricky situation. And you claim other people as a holding example to be like, hey, we are putting you and your friends and everybody who thinks like you, feels like you, or moves like you on the platter. And you just have to accept it.
So a big reason why I wanted to get into kind of a more in-depth conversation that had nothing to do with your artistry was that same thing that we talked about Southern artists and them, everybody else feeling like more of the Southern art isn't intricate or any of that. When I listened to your project, there was so many bars when I was sitting and listening, I was like, yo, he's conceptualizing a lot of in-depth shit.
Yes.
But smoothing it out.
Yes. That's how you do it.
I know you gotta take pride in that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the reason why I do it, because I've been studying.
Why not go the mumble rap route? Why not, you know what I'm saying?
That's not fun.
No, but that's what I'm saying, like, it would be easy for you to do.
That is so easy, and then it would take the fun out of it for me, because like after a while, it's like when you get to a place where you're like, I don't know what else to say, and then when you go into that lane, you have to be subject to everything that they
But to the point where I was listening and you're so detailed in your bars, one that I was driving, I was listening to it on the way here.
For sure.
One bar that caught me that is nothing crazy at all.
Sure.
You said, I hope the cops don't look at the year on the paper plate or the month on the paper plates.
Yeah, I hope Twitter don't check the date on the paper plates. Yeah.
Just something that small where it put me in the passenger seat with you, because obviously and you even said when I'm riding clean, I still don't want them looking at me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it put me right in the passenger seat with you. You know what I'm saying? It's a level of this. It's why Nas is my favorite. He's not gonna tell you he's wearing a new pair of shoes. He's gonna tell you who made them, sure. what texture the shoe is, what color it is, how scuffed the bottom of the shoe is, because he was doing something else that has nothing to do with the shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to the store and tripped on the curb, but in my fucking leather, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So but what made it stand out for me, like I said, is that it's on these heavily sampled beats with dope melodies that us classic boom bap fucking New York hip hop that we're super fans of. It makes it, as a southerner that I am, it makes it so much more, not just digestible, but it makes me listen closer, because immediately I'm put off by like not put off, but like I'm not expecting much because it's a southern record.
Right.
So immediately,
I get it why I like outside.
I do too, but
I'm saying I'm not expecting fucking intricate lyricism. I'm not expecting intricate lyricism.
Yeah. It's a different type of South, as we all know, South is a different type of hip hop. They make a different type.
In the North, it's so much more in your face of this is why I'm dope. Check me.
Right.
In the South, it's more southpaw.
Right.
I mean, well, no pun intended, but it's more of a coolness. Like you'll catch it if you catch it, and if you know, you know. I don't need to put it. Right. I know I'm dope.
Right.
If you don't catch it, it wasn't for you.
Right.
And that's what I took from this shit.
For sure. I do that on purpose a lot of times because I realized that the lack that people were looking for in music. A lot of people are like sitting there like, we want good music, we want people to talk about something, we want people to sound good. Like, how am I going to step out as a new artist, break through, and still come in and dominate without being able to do melodies, hooks, verses that are captivating, by the way, voice inflections? You have to be 10 times better than everybody else in that pool in order to just swim in the pool. So like, I'm not about
I think big fish in a small pond.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of a small fish in a big pond.
I was gonna say, when you mentioned voice inflection, I think that's the upper hand that Southern artists have over Northern artists, is that Northern artists, they feel like they're so dope, so they just rap, right?
Right.
And you could say some shit that gets lost just because it all sounds the same. They don't want to change their voice. They don't want to go up. They don't want to go down. They want to just talk to you. Southern artists, when they get to a specific part that you want to that they want to get across, they're gonna change to make.
Because when in the South,
sonically, it's so different.
For sure.
And so I think that's why it stood out for me, is because you were doing you on some beats that I would probably hear a different artist on. So it was instead of paint on a white canvas, it was neon paint on a black canvas. It's a different.
Yeah, for sure. I got it.
Art.
For one, I need to stand out in order to maintain the fan base. For two, where I come from, you're not going to. Whether people know this or not, in Alabama, it's an extremely high standard in order to exist in the city. Which is why I truly feel like if you were to put Alabama artists in a room with anybody, they would just stand completely above the rest, because we have to do that just to survive anyway. So
common practice.
Right. So in order to exist, I had to make sure that I was just a step ahead. I would make sure that I was just on top of my P's and Q's all the way around. I had to make sure that regardless of who...
I know you. I know who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So when I heard it, I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, he told me about the music, but you still, you know what I mean? You still don't know what to expect.
Right. Which is why it's extremely hard to advertise.
I mean, yeah, but to take those styles, to marry them the way you do it, and again, keep this in mind, as he said earlier, I get a lot of music. And you
from
can
all
tell
over the world.
There's a word that is commonly used in the hip hop game. It's called polished. You are very polished. You know what I'm saying? To the point where
10,000 hours.
Cats can bring me, copper pots all day long. You know what I'm saying? Your joint is shiny, buffed out. You know what I mean? No sharp edges. You know what I mean? It was very clean and very polished. And again, I get music sent to me from all over the world. Literally, I get music from Africa, Australia, Germany, all over the States, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm talking back here. So I get a lot of different, I don't want to say genres, but hip hop, we need to break into genre groups. Yeah. And this is ridiculous. We need to just go ahead and do it.
For sure.
But, I get a lot of different, genre types. And, you know what I mean? Again, I don't hear somebody being able to marry those two very different style. Like the South has a South style, the North has a North style, and to be able to marry them and do it in a clean and polished way, I am personally excited to hear more.
Well, good, because that's a great segue, because we got two more songs that we're about to play, and then we'll come back and finish the interview. But I'm glad you tapped on that, because there's tuners out there that are like, his voice sounds familiar. It's because it's not his first time on the show. It's just his first time as a featured artist. He has been on the show previously.